Welcome to Shadowing English.
Listen, learn, and improve your English effortlessly. Speak like a native.
Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome back to Shadowing English. Today, we're embarking on a truly special and wonderfully simple journey together. We're going to delve into the powerful insights of a book that can truly transform your life. Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday. This book distills wisdom down to one core, life-altering idea. Self-mastery empowers you to reshape your very existence. In this episode, I'll be your guide, breaking down the book's key concepts into easily digestible English, perfectly suited for those of you who are just beginning your English learning adventure. I'll be sharing compelling stories, unraveling the book's invaluable lessons, and highlighting the crucial messages it holds. But rest assured, I'll ensure everything remains crystal clear and straightforward. Any word that might seem a little challenging, I'll define it instantly, providing you with the meaning so you can simultaneously enhance your English skills and absorb the profound wisdom of the book. So, here's the plan for this episode. We will progress systematically, chapter by chapter, using accessible language that's easy to follow. Forget complicated sentences and intricate grammar. I'll be your personal translator, demystifying any potentially tricky words within the text, so you'll never feel lost or uncertain. I'll also provide a multitude of real-world examples, specifically tailored to your English learning experience, enabling you to apply these ideas directly to your daily life. And, as always, I'll speak at a deliberately slower pace, with a warm and encouraging tone, designed to keep you relaxed, comfortable, and fully engaged as you listen. Each segment will concentrate on a single, easily manageable idea. Why? Because smaller, more focused ideas are far easier to remember and, crucially, easier to put into practice. So, are you ready to begin this transformative journey? Let's dive in. All right, my friends, let's begin with the foundation, the single most important idea presented in the entire book. We'll start with a fundamental question. What exactly is discipline? Simply put, discipline is the act of consciously choosing to do the right thing, even when you are strongly tempted to do otherwise. Now, let's clarify that even further with some tangible examples. Imagine this. Your alarm clock erupts in the early morning. You're engulfed in a wave of sleepiness. 02. Your deepest desire is to remain cocooned in your warm, comfortable bed, but with a surge of willpower, you haul yourself up and begin your day. That very small moment is a testament to your discipline. Here's another common scenario. You have a powerful craving for a sugary soda, but you consciously opt for water instead, knowing it's the healthier choice. Healthier, of course, means something that's beneficial for your body. That conscious choice is an act of discipline. It's the active decision to pursue the better action, even when the easier action beckons. Now, let's bridge this fundamental idea to your specific English learning journey. Discipline is your secret weapon. It accelerates your progress and helps you achieve fluency more quickly. For instance, picture this. You're feeling incredibly tired, drained of energy, but you still commit to studying for a focused 10 minutes. Or perhaps you really don't feel like listening to an English language podcast, but you decide to listen anyway. In this context, anyway signifies despite your reluctance. That conscious decision, that deliberate action, is discipline at play. Each and every small action you take in the pursuit of English fluency creates growth within you. Gradual but definite improvement. Okay, now I'd like to illustrate this with some simple, concrete examples. You dedicate time to learning 5 new vocabulary words. You diligently complete a 5-minute shadowing exercise, mimicking the pronunciation of a native speaker. You carefully craft a single short sentence in English. These actions, though seemingly small and insignificant on their own, are cumulative. They build your English proficiency brick by brick, step by step. This is the very essence of discipline applied to your English learning. The author, Ryan Holiday, articulates this concept beautifully. Discipline is analogous to a muscle. When you actively exercise that discipline muscle every single day, it becomes steadily stronger, more resilient. Conversely, if you neglect to use it, if you allow it to remain dormant, it will gradually weaken and atrophy. To illustrate, if you consistently shadow English audio every day, your speaking muscle, your ability to speak fluently and accurately, will become progressively stronger and more refined. However, if you skip your practice for days on end, skip meaning to omit or not do something, your speaking muscle will inevitably become weaker and less responsive. Here are some bite-sized discipline ideas you can easily incorporate into your routine. Dedicate 5 minutes each evening to shadowing English audio. Commit to learning 10 new words every morning, first thing. Review your previously learned vocabulary every evening to reinforce your memory. These seemingly insignificant actions will collectively strengthen your discipline muscle over time. The book also presents a rather surprising assertion. Discipline actually grants you freedom. How can this be? How does discipline translate into liberation? The answer is that when you possess discipline, you minimize wasted time and energy spent in excessive deliberation. You've already predetermined your course of action. For instance, imagine you decide, I will devote precisely 10 minutes to studying English immediately after breakfast every single day. Now, your brain experiences a sense of calm and order. You don't constantly second-guess your plan. You don't engage in internal battles with your own mind, trying to rationalize why you should skip today. You don't delay, meaning to put something off or postpone it. So, discipline simplifies your life, bringing clarity and structure, and that, in turn, creates a profound sense of freedom. Okay? So, let's recap the key takeaways from Chapter 1. Firstly, discipline entails choosing to do the right thing, even when faced with difficulty or discomfort. Secondly, discipline is like a muscle. The more you exercise it daily, the stronger it becomes. Thirdly, discipline fosters freedom by reducing overthinking and streamlining your daily life. Reduce means to lessen or make something smaller. Finally, remember that small, consistent English actions performed daily will yield tangible and measurable progress over time. And that is the transformative power of discipline. Okay, my friends, Chapter 2 delves into another critical aspect of discipline: mastering control over your physical body. Let me elucidate this in clear, simple English. Your body constitutes your primary responsibility. Responsibility here signifies something you are obligated to take care of. Therefore, your body is the very first thing you must prioritize and nurture. Why? Because your physical body is the vessel, the container, for your energy, your focus, and your very capacity to learn English effectively. The author argues that if you lack control over your body, you will inevitably lack control over your entire life. Let's break that down further. When you exert control over your body, you are essentially dictating its actions, rather than being dictated by it. The other way around refers to the opposite situation. For example, you feel overwhelmingly sleepy, but you force yourself to get out of bed anyway. You experience hunger pangs late at night, but you resist the urge to consume junk food. Junk food encompasses unhealthy processed foods. You feel intensely lazy and unmotivated, but you still open your English book and dedicate 10 minutes to focused study. These are all moments of discipline. These moments contribute to building your inner strength. The author points out that the body inherently craves comfort, but excessive comfort can actually impede your progress and stifle your growth. Comfort refers to a state of ease and pleasant physical sensations. However, constant pursuit of comfort can halt your development. Let me illustrate with an example. Your body might yearn to simply sit passively. It might long to relax and unwind. It might constantly urge you to check your phone again and again. But your aspirations, your goals, require action. Sometimes the most comfortable choice is, in fact, the wrong choice. For instance, choosing comfort might manifest as endlessly scrolling through your phone because it provides instant gratification. The right choice, however, would be to dedicate 10 focused minutes to practicing English, even though it demands effort and concentration. Comfort might mean lying passively on your bed, mindlessly watching random videos. The right choice would be to actively listen to a short, engaging English podcast. Comfort might mean doing absolutely nothing because it feels easy and effortless. The right choice would be to consciously move your body and stimulate your mind. Remember, your future progress doesn't emerge from a place of comfort. It's cultivated through the consistent application of small acts of discipline. All right, here are some actionable steps specifically designed for English learners. Step 1. Adopt a good posture while studying. Sit upright, maintaining a straight back. Avoid lying down as this can induce sleepiness. Your brain functions more effectively when your body is alert and engaged, when your body is not fighting off drowsiness. Step 2. Actively engage your voice. When you're performing shadowing exercises, make a conscious effort to move your mouth deliberately and pronounce words clearly. Articulate real sounds. This constitutes a form of physical discipline. Step 3. Incorporate some physical movement before commencing your studies. Take a brisk 2-minute walk. Perform stretches for 30 seconds. Stretch means to extend your muscles, increasing their length and flexibility. Even a small amount of physical activity can effectively awaken your brain and enhance your focus. Step 4. Ensure you drink water before beginning your learning session. Your brain requires adequate hydration to effectively process and understand new vocabulary. This single action can significantly enhance your learning efficiency. Step 5. Establish a fixed study time, a dedicated slot in your schedule. Fixed means consistent and unchanging. For example, commit to studying English for 10 minutes every day at 7 p.m. Your body will gradually adapt to this routine. Routine signifies a regular and predictable pattern. When this routine becomes ingrained and automatic, your body will naturally follow it without conscious effort. This is discipline in action. Now, you might be asking, why is the body so important in the context of discipline? The author explains that your body constantly transmits messages to your mind, influencing your mental state. If your body is sluggish and lazy, your mind will likely mirror that state, becoming equally sluggish and unmotivated. If your body maintains a strong and upright posture, your mind will similarly feel strong and alert. If your body consistently adheres to a routine, your mind will experience a sense of calm and order. This is why controlling your physical body is the crucial first step towards gaining control over your overall life. And, crucially, controlling your body is also the foundational step in cultivating strong and enduring English learning habits. Okay, my friends. Now we're going to transition to an even more critical aspect of discipline: your mind. Your mind is the repository of your thoughts, the place where your thoughts reside. If you genuinely aspire to develop discipline, you absolutely must learn how to effectively guide and manage your mind. Now, let's explore this idea in a gradual and clear manner. Your mind is perpetually active, never truly at rest. It's constantly thinking, remembering, imagining, and often worrying. Every day, your mind bombards you with a multitude of messages. I'm exhausted. I don't feel like studying. This is too challenging. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Some of these messages are helpful and constructive, while others are detrimental to your progress. If you are truly committed to cultivating discipline, you must learn to critically evaluate these thoughts and consciously choose which ones to heed. This is the essence of mental control. Ryan Holiday imparts a profound insight. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer, the person who has the power to decide which thoughts to embrace and act upon. Let me reiterate that. You are not your thoughts. You are the individual who chooses which thoughts to follow. This distinction is paramount. Your mind might protest, "I simply don't feel like studying English today." But you, the conscious observer, can counter with, "I will study regardless of how I feel." That moment is the embodiment of discipline. That moment is where your power lies. The mind naturally gravitates towards the path of least resistance. It instinctively favors the easy way out. The easy way might involve doing nothing productive, endlessly checking your phone, or passively watching random videos. Random signifies something unplanned, unimportant, and lacking in purpose. But the easy path, the comfortable way, ultimately yields no real growth or progress. A strong mind thrives on clear and achievable goals. If your goals are overly ambitious, your mind will become intimidated and overwhelmed. So, make your goals small and manageable. I will learn 5 new words today. I will listen to 3 minutes of English audio. I will practice speaking to myself in English for 1 minute. Small, incremental goals promote a sense of calm and control. Chapter 4. All right. Now we're moving on to something that exerts a profound influence over every aspect of your life: time. Time is arguably the most precious and irreplaceable resource you possess. Valuable signifies something of significant importance and utility. And Ryan Holiday imparts a simple yet powerful truth. If you fail to control your time will inevitably control you. Let's explore this idea in an accessible and deliberate manner. Time is in constant motion, relentlessly marching forward. Time never pauses. Not for you, not for me, not for anyone. Inevitably, every day brings the passage of 24 hours. Each morning seamlessly transitions into night. 1 week morphs into another. 1 year imperceptibly disappears, fading into the past. And the crucial question is this: what do you actively do with your allotted time? Your answer to that fundamental question will ultimately shape your future trajectory. Shape means to form or create. So, your answer to this question will directly mold and create your future. What do you do with your time? Ryan Holiday astutely observes that how you allocate your time is essentially how you live your life. If you waste your time, you are, in essence, wasting your life. Waste signifies using something in a detrimental or unproductive manner. Conversely, if you utilize your time effectively, you are living well. Every minute represents a small, irretrievable piece of your life. Every hour presents a valuable opportunity for growth and advancement. This underscores the critical importance of exercising discipline in relation to time. Now, the primary adversary of time is distraction. Anything that diverts your attention and disrupts your focus. And here are some of the most prevalent distractions in the modern world: your phone, social media platforms, random online videos, endless scrolling, text messages, television shows, and excessive noise. These things consume your precious time without providing any tangible or lasting value in return. Let me illustrate how this manifests in real-life scenarios. You intend to study English for a focused 10 minutes. You pick up your phone just for a second. 30 minutes later, you are still mindlessly scrolling. That is the insidious power of distraction. That is time irretrievably lost. When it comes to learning English, the effective utilization of time is far more critical than innate talent. Talent refers to a natural aptitude or ability. If you consistently dedicate 10 minutes each day to listening, reading, speaking, or shadowing, your English proficiency will gradually but surely improve. However, if you squander those same 10 minutes scrolling aimlessly or engaging in other unproductive activities, you forfeit the opportunity to advance. So, here's a simple yet effective rule for English learners. Prioritize English. giving it your first 10 minutes of the day rather than saving it for your last 10 minutes when your energy is depleted. When you learn with a fresh and alert mind, your time is used more efficiently and effectively. Ryan Holiday often references George Washington, the first president of the United States, as an exemplar of this principle. Washington possessed one key secret. He profoundly respected time. He genuinely valued time and treated it with utmost care. He consistently woke up early. He worked with a clearly defined plan. He adhered to established routines. He avoided wasting time on trivial pursuits, and he never squandered evenings or hours because he understood that lost time could never be recovered. This unwavering discipline was instrumental in his rise to becoming a great and formidable leader. Okay, here are some actionable steps you can implement to master your time management. Step 1. Create a small, manageable daily plan. A plan in this context is simply a short list of tasks you intend to accomplish. Avoid overwhelming yourself with 20 or even 10 activities. Aim for just 2 or 3 essential tasks. A small, focused plan translates into a clear and uncluttered mind. Step 2. Prioritize the most important task first. This seemingly simple idea can be life-changing. Life-changing signifies something that has the potential to significantly improve your life. Before you reflexively reach for your phone, before you begin checking messages, tackle the most important task on your agenda. For an English learner, the most important task is often dedicating at least 10 minutes to focused study. Okay, let's illustrate this with a visual analogy. Imagine a small, barely discernible path winding through a dense forest. If you consistently walk along that same path every day, the path will gradually become more defined and easily navigable. Conversely, if you cease walking on that path, it will slowly disappear, becoming overgrown and indistinguishable from the surrounding foliage. Habits operate in a similar fashion. The more frequently you repeat them, the stronger they become. The less you repeat them, the weaker they become. This is why establishing small, daily habits is so incredibly powerful. Now, let me share a simple habit that can profoundly impact your English learning journey. Every morning, consciously switch your brain into English mode for just 2 minutes. Switch means to change or transition from one state to another. Just 2 minutes is all it takes. Recite a simple sentence to yourself, such as, "Today, I will learn something new in English," or "This is my dedicated English time." This habit effectively wakes up your English brain, priming it for learning. Ryan Holiday advocates a simple truth. Start small so you can maintain consistency. Consistent signifies regular and unchanging. For example, if you aim to cultivate a reading habit, commit to reading just one page of English text per day. If you desire to improve your pronunciation through shadowing, dedicate just 3 minutes per day to this activity. If you wish to enhance your writing skills, commit to writing just 2 sentences per day. Small habits are easier to sustain over time, and when you consistently nurture them, they will inevitably grow and expand. All right. Now we are progressing to one of the most profound ideas in the entire book. To cultivate a disciplined life, you must learn to wield the power of no. No is a small word, yet it possesses immense power to protect your time, conserve your energy, and safeguard your goals. Let's explore this idea slowly and methodically. Ryan Holiday elucidates a fundamental truth. You simply cannot do everything in life. You cannot master every subject. You cannot participate in every event. You cannot respond to every message. You cannot engage in conversation with everyone. You cannot simultaneously learn English effectively while mindlessly scrolling through social media. Your time is inherently limited. Limited means finite, not endless or infinite. Because your time is constrained, you must consciously choose what truly matters to you. And to make those choices effectively, you will often need to employ the power of no. This is a critical skill. When you selectively say no to numerous things that vie for your attention, you are, in effect, protecting your yes for the things that are truly important. For example, you consciously say no to endless scrolling, thereby saying yes to focused English study. You decline unnecessary social engagements, thereby saying yes to dedicated reading time. You resist the urge to overcommit yourself to extra plans, thereby saying yes to adequate rest and the preservation of your energy for learning. Every no serves to safeguard your life's priorities. Let me share a simple yet powerful technique that has proven helpful for many English learners. Create a no list. This is a list of things you will consciously refrain from doing during your designated English learning time. Here's an example. No phone, no messages, no social media, no notifications, no multitasking. Multitasking means attempting to perform multiple tasks simultaneously. When you effectively eliminate these distractions, your English learning becomes clearer. Clear signifies easy to understand and easy to focus on. Now, saying no can often feel difficult. Why? Because you naturally desire to please others, because you might experience feelings of guilt, because you instinctively want to do everything and be involved in everything. But here's the fundamental truth. A strong and fulfilling life requires boundaries. Saying no establishes those boundaries, allowing you to focus your attention and energy on what truly matters. Okay, my friends, discipline isn't solely about controlling your body and managing your time. It also encompasses something far deeper and more personal: your emotions. Emotions are powerful feelings such as sadness, happiness, fear, anger, stress, or excitement. Let me provide a clear definition. Emotion signifies a strong feeling originating within your heart. Brian Holiday imparts a profound truth. You cannot control the external circumstances of life, but you can control your emotional reactions to those circumstances. All right, now we arrive at something profoundly important, perhaps the most profound aspect of the entire book: purpose. Let me define this term with utmost clarity. Purpose refers to the overarching reason that drives your actions. It's the fundamental why of your life. Why you wake up each morning, why you dedicate yourself to your work, why you choose to study English, and why you continually strive to become a better version of yourself. Purpose is the internal engine that fuels your journey. When you are firmly grounded in your purpose, your life becomes clearer and more focused. You gain clarity about what truly matters and what is ultimately inconsequential. Conversely, without a clearly defined purpose, you will likely feel lost and adrift, unsure of what to do, where to begin, or where to go. Ryan Holiday imparts a powerful insight. When you are fully aware of your purpose, discipline becomes simpler. Not necessarily easy, but undeniably simpler. Because you possess a clear understanding of why you are undertaking a particular action. For example, if your primary purpose is to, here's the rewritten passage, expanded and deepened in the requested style. If you're striving to elevate your English skills for travel, career advancement, academic pursuits, or simply to sculpt a brighter future, then dedicating just 10 minutes daily transforms from a chore into a deeply meaningful act. Purpose fuels discipline, igniting an inner drive that keeps you going. Now, let me pose a crucial question. What exactly is your motivation for learning English? Pause for a moment, truly reflect, and connect with that reason. Perhaps it's the allure of a more fulfilling and lucrative career, one where your English proficiency unlocks new opportunities. Maybe it's about cultivating a newfound confidence, the ability to express yourself effortlessly in any situation. Or perhaps it's the freedom to explore the world, to immerse yourself in different cultures without the barrier of language. It could be the aspiration to study at a prestigious university abroad, to learn alongside international peers. Maybe it's the desire to forge connections with people from every corner of the globe, building bridges of understanding and friendship. Perhaps you dream of losing yourself in classic literature, of truly grasping the nuances of your favorite films, of accessing a world of knowledge and entertainment previously just out of reach. Whatever that reason may be, that is your purpose. And that purpose, no matter how big or small, is what breathes life into your discipline, transforming it from a burden into a joyful pursuit. Some believe purpose needs to be some grand, world-altering ambition. But that simply isn't true. Purpose can be something personal, something seemingly insignificant, and yet still possess immense power to drive you forward. All right, my friends. Today, we've explored the core concept of discipline as destiny, a concept beautifully articulated in the book of the same name. We've touched upon various aspects of life: the care of our bodies, the cultivation of our minds, the wise management of our time, the formation of beneficial habits, the regulation of our emotions, the impact of our interactions with others, and, crucially, the power of purpose. You've encountered a range of simple yet powerful sentences and explored numerous illustrative examples. You've also expanded your English vocabulary, adding valuable tools to your linguistic arsenal. Remember this: discipline isn't some monolithic, intimidating force. It's not about drastic overhauls or impossible standards. Rather, it's about the consistent application of small, manageable actions repeated day after day. Committing just 5 minutes to practice, learning merely 3 new words, completing even a single short exercise, these seemingly insignificant steps are the building blocks of a strong, vibrant future. Don't strive for perfection, strive for consistency. Your English will undoubtedly improve incrementally each day, simply because you choose to show up, to dedicate yourself to the process. To show up means to commit, to be present, to actively engage in the work. And I am incredibly proud of each and every one of you for listening, learning, and practicing alongside me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for investing this time with me. I'm Tom, and this has been Shadowing English. Until our paths cross again, please take excellent care of yourselves, nurture your minds with kindness, and remain consistent with those small, powerful habits. Goodbye for now.